Nigerians have tested political parties, religion and age. It is time to get a bridge builder to heal the wounds. Hassan Dan Kwambo. Under your watch as Executive Governor of Gombe State, you have been able to manage the state's resources in view of the numerous projects so far completed and the low statutory federal allocations accruable to the state. With your landmark achievements in healthcare, youth employment, women empowerment, road infrastructure, pipe-borne water, security, education and agricultural development, we are sure of a better Nigeria. 2019 is not about power or change, but rather it is about Dan Kwambo to replicate his humility and servant leadership. Dan Kwambo, Nigeria. Nigeria, Dan Kwambo.
All right, welcome back from that quick break. It's time for us to focus on the UEFA Champions League. It was a very scintillating night when Real Madrid took on Juventus, the old lady of Turin. But it didn't end up well for Juventus as they got bundled out of the Champions League one more by the magical Ronaldo. Let's tell you that Gianluigi Buffon launched an extraordinary attack on referee Michael Oliver, labeling him a murderer and accusing him of having no heart in his chest. After Juventus got knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid, Buffon was left furious after Juve clawed back a 3-goal first-leg deficit after, at the Bernabeu, only for Oliver to award the host a penalty in the 93rd minute for Maki Benitez's challenge on Lucas Vázquez. The veteran goalkeeper fumed at Oliver after the decision and was sent off for his aggressive reaction, which saw him scream and point his hand in the face of the official. Let's go more stories coming out from that cracker. Let's say that Real Madrid and Juventus game was a game not to miss, as a Real Madrid match winner Cristiano Ronaldo consoled Juventus goalkeeper Buffon during a post-match interview after the Italian side were knocked out of the Champions League in a dramatic fashion. Buffon was infuriated by referee Michael Oliver's decision to award Madrid a penalty in the 93rd minute after Juve had clawed back a 3-goal first-leg deficit at the Bernabeu. The veteran goalkeeper fumed at Oliver after the decision and was sent off for his aggressive reaction, which saw him scream and point his hand in the English official's face. Still talking about the Real Madrid-Juventus fallout, let's tell you that Juventus president Andrea Agnelli claimed Michael Oliver completely lost control of Champions League tie with Real Madrid and accuses UEFA of pushing anti-Italy agenda in Europe. Juventus president Andrea Agnelli blasted Michael Oliver after the English referee awarded Real Madrid a stoppage time penalty on Wednesday evening. 2 goals from Mario Mandzukic and another by Blaise Matuidi had put Juventus 3 goals up on the night and heading for extra time after leveling the 2-legged Champions League quarterfinals at 3-3 on aggregate. But Premier League referee Oliver awarded Real a late spot kick for Maki Benitez's foul on Lucas Vázquez before sending off Juve goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon for his reaction to the decision. Cristiano Ronaldo converted the resultant spot kick past substitute goalkeeper and to send Real into the last 4 and leave Agnelli fuming. All right, let's leave the UEFA Champions League and talk Formula One, where the race is always very high. And talking about Lewis Hamilton, let's tell you that Max Verstappen had accused Lewis Hamilton of picking on him because he was young as they both arrived in Shanghai ahead of this weekend's Chinese Grand Prix. The world champion called Verstappen a damn, you don't want to know that, after they clashed on the track at last weekend's race in Bahrain and went on to lambast the Dutchman for showing no respect and losing his team's point through over exuberance. But in Shanghai, Verstappen 20 explained what lay behind Hamilton's criticism, saying, "Why? Because it is simple and easy to blame the younger driver, and that's the only way I see it." Talking about Lewis Hamilton trying to blood in Verstappen, but you already know Mercedes are one of the best, or if not the best, when it comes to Formula One race. Let's go to kickboxing. One man who has seen it all and done it all and was undefeated while he boxed. Talking about Floyd Mayweather, You call him the money man. Floyd Mayweather sets up a $210 million rematch with Conor McGregor in the UFC octagon as James DeGale targets his own blockbuster in kickboxing. Floyd Mayweather was laying the groundwork for yet another comeback as James DeGale was staving off a premature retirement. One difference is that while Chunky is eyeing more big boxing matches, now he has regained his world title. Money is preparing to bank his next $300 million in the UFC octagon. DeGale sees the economic sense of a rematch with Gregor Grooves, now that they are both world super middleweight champions. En route to that potential domestic blockbuster in the winter, he is likely to return to his happy hunting ground in America for a summer title unification fight with rising young US star and new WBC champion David Benavidez.
For almost a decade, the Nigerian army have given their all to ensure that our dear country is not overrun by Boko Haram insurgents. Some have in the process paid the ultimate price, while many will forever live with indelible scars occasioned by their determination to protect the country, no matter the hurdle. Despite these, they have remained resolute and undaunted, and today, all territories the insurgents once took control of have been recaptured and normalcy restored. And now, for the first time in a long time, the end of Boko Haram is foreseeable. Therefore, the wisest thing for the remaining insurgents to do is to surrender today or face total destruction from the army. Remember, the Nigerian army will stop at nothing to ensure that total peace is restored in all parts of the country. So, be wise and embrace peace today or get ready to be ruthlessly dealt with. This message is brought to you by the Coalition on Conflict Resolution and Human Rights in Nigeria.
All right, let's go back to the EPL, talking about the English Premier League, where Manchester United are monitoring Richarlison, with Jose Mourinho keen on signing the Watford attacker if Anthony Martial leaves the club this summer. Sky Sports suggests United are keeping tabs on the Brazilian ahead of the potential move when the window reopens at the end of the season. Richarlison would be seen as a like-for-like replacement for Martial if the Frenchman decides to end his affiliation with the Red Devils. Mourinho will be scouting the market for a replacement for Martial after news broke that the 22-year-old has rejected a proposed new contract. Richarlison started his debut Premier League season in a fine form by scoring 5 goals in his first 12 games. However, despite his goals drying up, he last netted in November. Mourinho and 2 rival top-flight English clubs are chasing his signature. Let's go to the world of cycling. A very sad news in the world of cycling as the Belgian Michael Goulet, who died on Sunday, suffered cardiac arrest while riding, causing his crash at the Paris-Roubaix. The Veranda Williams cream rider, 23, was found unconscious and not breathing after falling on a cobbled section of the one-day classic. The Belgian was airlifted to hospital in Lille but died at 21:04 a.m. All right, that's how we call it a wrap on the big stories making the round on the sporting arena, talking about Tvn Sports. Thank you very much. See you next week.